Excellent. So for the benefit of our viewers out there, how do you operate? Where are you located? You know, someone wants to contact you for immigration services. Where should they call? What should they do?
Well, my office is in Miami, but immigration law is federal law. So I'm authorized to represent clients throughout the world.
Okay.
If you're doing divorce law and you're in Georgia, you can't do divorce law in Florida without being admitted to the Florida bar.
Okay.
But because it's federal law, if you're admitted to any bar association, you could practice anywhere. So I have clients from all over the world. Some of them have connection with Miami, some of them don't. So, you know, people can contact me on my website, by email, or by phone.
Okay.
And,
or they can contact Al Hikmat office.
Reach me through you.
Contact our office, Al Hikmat, and we could recommend them.
And you can forward the information
to you,
to me.
And they can make that connection.
Yes.
That is superb. But, you know, I never think about it like that, and that makes a lot of sense. Certain, like as you said, marriage law, marriage act and law, etc., the lawyers are limited to their states.
Right.
Whereas immigration, it's unlimited.
It's unlimited.
You can deal with a case anywhere in the United States of America, sitting right here in Miami.
And a lot of times my clients are outside of the country when I'm starting to work
And from
for
any
them.
part of the world.
Yeah.
Because most of the times, immigration is all about people who are outside, or people who are here and want to be permanent or citizens. Right. Okay. That.
Yeah, sometimes we'll bring people here on a temporary visa. There's a lot of different types of business visas that are temporary.
Okay.
And some of them remain temporary, and some of them can be converted to permanent residence.
Okay. And in your field and your expertise and experience, you are more or less into business immigration or family immigration, or what?
I do both business immigration and family immigration. Those are the two major ways to get permanent residence.
Family immigration means which family can sponsor you and how you can get to become a resident in the United States of America.
If you're a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, you can file for relatives. So there's a certain class of relatives. It's not very expansive. It's rather restrictive. You know, U.S. citizen can file for parents, spouses, minor and adult children, and whether the children are married or unmarried. A legal permanent resident can file for spouses and unmarried children.
A legal permanent resident. But doesn't that take longer than a citizen? What's, you know, we have heard a lot about that. A legal permanent resident can file for a spouse, parents, or children.
Right.
What's the difference between a citizen, a USA citizen, filing for a spouse, children, or parents?
If a U.S. citizen files for a spouse or minor children or a parent, there's no quota, there's no limit. So there's no waiting list. It's just processing time.
Okay.
Now, if a U.S. citizen is filing for an adult child or a sibling, there is a waiting time, and sometimes a very long waiting time. But for spouses and for spouses, parents, and minor children, it's just processing time. For legal permanent residents, there's a waiting time even for spouses and minor children.
Okay, so that's a difference, basically time.
Time. Well, time and what relatives you can petition for. A permanent resident.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, you hear a lot of things out there, a lot of people saying so many different things, but with your 40 years of experience, your legal background in immigration, hearing it from you is really a line of authenticity, and that's why I know our viewers worldwide will benefit from listening to what you have to say, because people will always, some people will like, you can't do it, it will not happen, it will not work, but it's all about time.
Well, it's time and
who you can,
and ability.
Time and ability. When you say ability, what do you mean?
Well, a legal permanent resident can't file for a married child, a married adult child.
Okay.
They would have to first become a citizen
before you can
before
file.
you could file for a married child, before you could file for a sibling.